Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have wanted to record a YouTube for so long because I have been obsessed with watching YouTubes now when I'm doing my running sessions on the treadmill, and I find them very handy because they keep me distracted, and I just wanted to record one, so I got a bit of inspiration this morning to do one. I want to help you completely reset for the month of March. Okay, so a lot of us say we don't have time to do X, Y, and Z. So for me, like, I always get my gym sessions done. That's never an issue at all. But for me, like, things like finishing off some of the courses that I've bought, maybe what else, recording a podcast, getting better at my content, all these things I push to the side, and I know I can do better with them. I want to grow my business in the next couple of months, and I know I need to take these steps to grow it. But for you listening, maybe you need a reset to plan out your weeks better so that you actually get your meal prepping done, you get your gym sessions done, and yeah, I think this is just the reset that we all need. So yeah, hopefully it helps you. I just got a little bit of inspiration this morning to record something. It's actually going to be a little bit like educational, and I do like that side of it as well. Like I want like day-to-day life things on YouTube, but I also want the odd like educational thing that people can watch, because I feel like on Instagram it's so hard to get exactly what I want to say across in like a 30 to 60 second reel. Like, you can only give out so much information and tips in that, and it's very bloody hard. I wanted to go through today. This is something that I used to do, and is just how to plan out your week properly. Like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when I started my online coaching business, I was working two jobs. I had my hairdressing business, it was my business as well, fully booked out. And then I was also starting my online coaching business, and I was also studying my PT course and my nutrition course. So I was juggling like so many different things at once, but I never skipped my gym sessions. I never didn't do my steps. I never didn't do my meal prep. And I still am very much like that. I never skip any of those things. Like, everything like that is nailed. But I have found myself slipping up in maybe just wasting time and not like putting effort into like growing the business, if that makes sense. Like, I've been sitting comfortably with my business, but I do obviously want to grow it. And there's obviously steps that I need to do that. I need to like obviously get better with my content. I need to like plan my content better, and do need to like set time aside each week to do it. Sorry, that cut me off. But basically, you do need to set time aside to actually plan things out, research, everything like that. There's actually a lot that goes into content, so I need to get better at structuring my week out to get the things done. So hopefully you can see this, but this is Google Calendar, and this is what I use because obviously I work on a laptop, so it's handy for me. Now, when I used to be a hairdresser, I'll put you here. When I used to be a hairdresser, I used to use just like a notepad and pen. So if you're somebody that doesn't use a laptop day to day, don't start using a laptop. I have had clients use this though on their phone, and they really, really loved it because it does alert you when you're kind of supposed to do a thing. I don't know how to set it up. I haven't actually tried on my phone, but I would love for it to alert me sometimes, because a lot of the time, like, I'll work between my phone and my laptop. It'll be either or. But this is really handy for anybody that does work on a laptop, and you can schedule out your week properly. Or else, like I said, if you work a different kind of job, all you need to do is get a notepad and pen. And what I used to do was I would put in all of my plan of action for the week, like what days I was doing my training sessions, my cardio, my steps or whatever. But then I would start and do one day at a time. So like on a Sunday night, I would sit down and plan out all of Monday. So I'd put in whatever time all my clients were in for their hair appointments, and I would put in like I would always go to the gym in the morning. I am not a gym girly in the evening. If you are like that as well and you skip your gym sessions because you're too tired after work, don't go in the evening, go in the morning, okay? I cannot describe the difference it'll make, because you're out of bed before you even wake up, you're in the gym, you've got your gym session done, and you don't have to think about it for the whole day. Whereas if you like just sleep in, go in the evening, and 4 o'clock comes and you're like, I can't be bothered going, I'm too tired, the excuses go on all day for that session in the evening. Yes, it's hard to get up at like, I used to get up at like maybe 5:30 or something to go to the gym for 6 o'clock. Yes, it was hard, but the hard part's done then for the rest of the day, and you can actually, like, you don't have to think about it all day. It's not going round in your head, what excuse can I use today to get out of the gym? Also, the gyms are a lot quieter in the morning, so if you're somebody that has a little bit of gym anxiety or anything like that, the gyms are normally a lot quieter in the morning, so I'd highly recommend it. And yeah, it's just a good way to start the day. You eat a lot better, you make better choices with your food because you've got up early, done the hard thing in the morning, and it's just a knock-on effect that's going to help you get results. I used to have a little morning routine as well where I would have a can of Monster. I shouldn't probably say this, but I would look forward to my can of Monster in the mornings. I would have my wee squares bar. I would go up and get that in the morning, get back into bed and eat them and drink that, and then I would go to the gym. So it was like a little morning routine that I actually really enjoyed, and made me excited to get up to have my squares bar and my can of Monster. So bribe yourself with something to get you out of bed. And yeah, so the mornings were always like my time to train and me time before I spend time on everybody else, if that makes sense. Like, you have to give yourself time each day. One other thing I was going to say is a lot of people say they don't have time, and I hold my hands up. I keep saying that myself for bits and pieces of like my business mentorship course, my Hiiii course, doing my podcast, doing my YouTube. I don't have time. And last week I did get on top of like all of my coursework again, but like the podcast I didn't get done. Finally doing the YouTube, right? So all these little bits and pieces that do help my business, I'm getting on top of. Now, I didn't structure my week properly last week. I eased myself into it, and it was nice because I didn't have a massive structure. It was my first week back in Bali, so it was nice to just like do bits and pieces at ease. But this week I want a structure. And going back to what I said, a lot of us say we don't have time to say, you might say, I don't have time to train, I don't have time to go for a walk, I don't have time to meal prep, I don't have time to do whatever it is that is in line with your goals that you know you need to do. You do have time. You just need to get up earlier in the mornings. A lot of people just get out of bed an hour before work and go to work. Why can't you get up an hour earlier than that again to go to the gym, to do that? Because you know that's what you need to do to get results. If you want to tone up, you need to go to the gym. If you want to lose weight, you need to meal prep on a Sunday night. What else are you doing on a Sunday night that you're putting higher priority than your meal prep, that you know is going to help you lose weight? The same with towards the end of the week, I always recommend a midweek meal prep. What are you doing on a Wednesday and Thursday, or a Friday even? What are you doing those evenings that you can't do a midweek meal prep to set yourself up for the second half of the week? Because everybody's normally good Monday to Wednesday, Thursday. Friday starts to slip up. Saturday is kind of off track. Saturday evening's way off track. Sunday's fucked. What we need to work backwards. What do we need to do on that Thursday or Friday to set ourselves up for the weekend? What's getting in the way? Because yeah, we do have time. We are just putting other things at a priority more than our goals. So we need to reverse that and put our goals higher than everything else. They are the top priority. And for the last, like, say 6 months, my top priority was maintaining my business and really focusing on my performance for my Hiiii and my running. They were my two top priorities. They were basically hand in hand, just maintaining my business and my performance, focusing on that, because there was a lot of training with that. Whereas now, yes, I obviously still want to really get better with my performance, but my growing of my business needs to like level up a little bit more now. So this only means like I do have time, I just need to plan it better. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn you around. Okay, so how do I turn you down a wee bit? I'm still getting used to this camera, like about a year or two later. I never use it. So today obviously is a Sunday. I don't normally work at the weekends, but I am going to start working a little bit at the weekends. So just with the time difference and stuff like that there. So I have a consultation call this evening. And then Monday, so my training sessions normally get planned on the weekend for the week ahead. So I just need to look at them because they do change a little bit. So I don't know if it's a double session or if it's one session tomorrow, but I have one session. Basically it'll be a long one though. So normally I get up at around, it could be anywhere between 6 and 9 o'clock. Like today, because I was sick yesterday, I got up at 9 today. But normally I would get up, if I have a big running session, I might get up at 6 or 5 sometimes. It really just depends. But I need to get better at planning that bit better. But tomorrow I'm going to get up at 7. Just because I have been feeling a wee bit sick and nauseous. And then I'm going to start working here. So I'm going to do about a 2-hour work block. check-ins with my one-to-one clients. And then what I'll do is, to be honest, I will probably have, yeah, I'll have my breakfast there. Breakfast. So like putting in things like this here is so handy, because like a lot of people actually skip their meals. You can change the colors and stuff. How do I change my colors? Eat. So you can change all the colors as well, which is really handy. So a lot of people skip their meals. You need to put in your breakfast and your lunch and your dinner and all times. Obviously it doesn't have to go exactly like this, but if you see a little bit of a plan, you're more inclined to actually stick at it. So then I'll do probably another hour work block until my food digests. 1 hour work block. It'll probably be like programming and stuff for clients, just finishing off like some of the clients' check-ins and replying to them. And then I will probably drive to the gym. So it doesn't take me a while long to drive to the gym, but I would more than likely say my gym session tomorrow is going to be 2 hours. And what I will do is I will have like a carb gel halfway through just to give myself more energy. I will need that, but I might change that color now to a different color. Put in a wee purple. And then basically I'll shower and I'll eat, put in 45 minutes, lunch, and then I will do another like work block in a coffee shop, probably till about there. Work block, probably like I need to structure it out well, so I might do like a bit of one of my courses or my content. I need to figure this out, and this is why planning ahead is really important. So I might plan content there. So basically this is how you structure it, and then obviously I will put in like say dinner and stuff, so I'll try and have my dinner around there. Might be a little bit later, I'm not sure. More than likely will be later. I'm always far too late with my dinner, to be honest. So I'll probably bring it down a little bit, probably 6:30 I would say. Then I need to obviously put in like things that I'm doing. So like we are going like journal making. So I just need to put in things like that I know I have to go to. Then I have a gym class at 10. So it's just about putting these things in and then structuring. On a Wednesday morning, I do like doing content when I don't have, I do have check-ins actually. See, this is where I need to plan ahead. So I do have client check-ins on Wednesday this week as well. Group coaching check-ins. So you kind of get the gist, right? I'm going to put that down until I have a little morning routine first. So basically you just need to plan ahead like that. Everything needs to get put in. If it's not put in, you're going to struggle to get things done. And so what I'm going to do is like, obviously Mondays and Tuesdays are my busiest days with client check-ins. That's where I do all my one-to-one client check-ins. So there's a lot of back and forth. Like I'll do their check-ins, I'll wait for them to respond, I might adjust their programs, things like that there. So Mondays and Tuesdays is a lot of communication. Wednesdays, then every second Wednesday I have my group coaching client check-ins. There's a lot of work that goes into that as well, but the respond time sometimes is a little bit slower. Just when I'm waiting for them to reply to me if I need to adjust their programs as well. So Monday, Tuesday, and then every second Wednesday is my busy client check-in days. But then I need to try and plan out, right, where I'm going to actually really sit down and plan content. So obviously Monday, yeah, I need to plan a bit of content, but that day is already really busy in my mind. It's not the best day for me to do that. So I need to set time aside a different day to actually research content, plan content, because it's going to take a couple of hours. And then another day that I actually record content and plan out the captions, everything like that there. So now when I'm doing this is helping me. I think a Thursday is probably the best for me to actually sit down and actually research and plan. And then a Friday is the best for me to actually record, because they're the 2 days that I don't have a massive block of client check-ins. So working backwards, that's what I'm probably going to do here now. Plan out them things. Podcast as well. I would ideally like to record a podcast one of the days, and I'm thinking now maybe a Thursday evening, because on a Thursday during the day I'll plan out and research all my content. That'll give me so much ideas to record a podcast then, if I try and plan out a podcast as well, record it, or else a Friday. But recording content takes a lot of your energy. So if I was to record a lot of content on a Friday and also record a podcast, I'm going to be fucked. And I don't want to be fucked. Like, I want to enjoy doing them. I don't want to be tired doing the podcast, and I want to give it my all. So there's a lot of things I need to work out in my head. But hopefully this has kind of helped you to structure things. Like, you do need to plan ahead to get things done. What is not at the top of your priority that needs to be changed for you to get results? Because we do have time, we're just not prioritizing our time wisely. And I know this is not to say, like, if you're a mum watching this, like, obviously you have less time available. But I have had a lot of clients recently join that are mums. They do home workouts, but by following a plan, they have lost up to 5 kg within 6 weeks, which is crazy, just from doing home workouts. So if you are a mum listening to this, like, don't feel like you have to get up at 6 o'clock to do your workout in a gym and go to the gym and do all these mad things like that I can do. You don't. Like, all you would need to do is maybe 3 home workouts a week that are 30 minutes. Yes, it would be handy to get up and get them done before your wee ones get up, or before you go to work and stuff, so it's out of the way. But hopefully this has given somebody a little bit of inspiration to plan out their week this week. We're going to have a fucking good week. And hopefully this has reset your brain, because God only knows I needed this reset. I needed a kick up the ass myself. And I'm looking forward to now having a really, really, really productive week. So thank you so much for listening. And if this did help you, I would love to hear from you. I'll pop my Instagram below. And if you thought it was useful, please let me know, because I would love to record more educational things on YouTube as well. And if you have any ideas for me or anything you would like me to go into more detail about, I would love to hear about it. And yeah, share it with a friend if you think they would need it too. Thank you.